Welcome to Love You Bro podcast. I'm your host, Jude Devella. As I get to do it up every week, I'm doing it with my brother Jamie. What's up, brother?
What to do, man?
Man, I'm telling you, a lot to get into tonight, man. A lot to get into tonight. Haven't been here for a little bit. Take a little hiatus, man. We got a lot of stuff going on, family stuff. You got the girls, we got things going on. So we're gonna keep bringing you podcasts as we get a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff to talk about today. First of all, I want to start off by saying congratulations to Christian Braun, man.
Yeah.
5 years.
125, got a bag.
125 for 5 years.
Absolutely. Well deserved, man.
That's big time, bro.
Yeah, well deserved. He's been balling out, and that was somebody they knew they wanted to lock up.
Right. Before the season got
Porter
going.
Jr. walked from them. I think he went to Brooklyn. So I guarantee if there's any that if Jokic is going to stay, he's like, hey, this is a guy that has to be here.
Right.
But he'll be a free agent coming up.
Do we think is Christian ever a guy that's going to, or I don't even think in his mind, if it's probably in his mind, is it a thing where he's got that type of money, he's got to be a starter, or it's just like he's going to be that sixth man because he's so comfortable coming off the bench?
I don't know their personnel
right.
well enough. NBA kicks off tomorrow night, but I don't know their personnel well enough. But I would imagine he's I don't know if he's not. I don't know. Like I said, he might be starting. I don't know.
He just to me, he just looks so comfortable the way he comes off the bench and the energy he brings off the bench. I mean, that dude is good every night for 15, 16, 18, 5, 6 dimes.
Well, he just plays winning basketball.
Yeah.
He does all the small stuff.
Plays defense, dives for the balls.
I mean, he does all the small stuff. He's smart, he's heady, and he plays with an edge. I mean, that he played with at Kansas.
Bro,
chip on his shoulder.
I just don't know. Out of all the kids, obviously we Jayhawks, man, we love our Jayhawks, and we've seen so many games inside Allen Fieldhouse. I don't know. The only other guy I can think of, but I think he's better. I think he's better than Heinrich. I mean, I don't see anybody that's ever attacked the basket the way Braun does. Dude, that guy is fearless, man. I mean, the NBA, that dude is fearless the way he attacks the basket. He's not afraid to dunk over guys 6'9", 6'10".
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
that's just who he's always been that guy. But yeah, I don't know if a guy. This kid that's coming there, Rosario this year.
Yeah.
They compare him a lot to it. And said he's got springs, like he can jump through the building.
Right.
And they were talking about a lot of the similar plays he was making over the summer in inter-squad. Just a lot of winning plays and a smart, heady player. Yeah. But if you look at him, he's kind of built like Braun.
Yeah.
But
is he taller than Braun?
I think he is. I think he looks
a little bit taller.
But no, congratulations, man. Rock chalk. That's big
absolutely,
time.
Man. Rock chalk. Congratulations, Christian, man. That was well deserved, like Jamie said, man. Well deserved, and be excited to see what you do this year. But congratulations on that 5-year, $125 million, man. Let us know when you want to stop by sometime. We want to have you on.
Pull up,
pull up, man. We want you on, Christian. But we got so much to talk about with this Chiefs team, man. We've done a couple episodes, and from where episode was, where we watched a Friday night game in Brazil.
Oof.
To then we were on a couple weeks ago. We were on that Monday night. We were at Maloney's. We had Dylan's grandma on the show.
That was awesome.
That was cool. That was really cool. But that was a fun show at Maloney's, and we'll get back out there. We got a lot of stuff coming up with them coming on. But I mean, it's just crazy to me. There's a lot of things I want to get into that I want to pick your brain on because so much has changed. I mean, week one, you had all the gurus, all the guys who get paid all the money on all the networks, all the NFL stuff, and they were like, we don't see this, we don't see that, we don't see this, and I get it, and you were
nobody was.
You were hard
on
him. You were hard
100%, absolutely.
You've been hard on him early on.
Absolutely,
I'm not
100%. But once again, there was reason to be. It wasn't like they missed on a couple passes.
I get it, but I'm just saying there was guys.
Absolutely.
I'm not talking about you. There were guys writing the Chiefs off week 2, week 3. There was people. I don't want to say just like saying, okay, I watched the game and they're not very good. There was dudes that were going, God, I'm sick of watching KC win. Ha ha ha. Yeah, they're not very good. They're not very this. They're not very that. And I just thought to myself, so you got a team that's been to 5 out of the last 6 Super Bowls. They've been in the last 7 AFC championship games. They've got 3 Super Bowl rings. And after an 0-2 start or a 1-2, whatever it was, you're just going to write them off? Like, you guys get paid millions of dollars to do this shit. I don't understand, like, how you just write them off. Like, now, if they were 7-7 or 5-6 or 5-8 and they'd played like this for an extended period, I'd be like, man, yeah, they've kind of lost their mojo. They've lost their stuff. But I just thought, me personally, I thought it was too early in the season to go, oh, let me go write them off. They didn't have Rasheed Rice. They're starting some new linemen on the O-line. Xavier Worthy got dinged up the first game. He didn't have his weapons. And you've been kind of hard on Patrick, the first, just and last year, and a lot of last year. And to me, rightfully so, because he wasn't putting up the numbers, wasn't doing the things. But I mean, what have you seen? What's been the biggest difference to you besides adding Worthy, besides adding Rice? What do you see different? Because you've been hard on 15, man.
I've been hard on the entire organization, and I mean, it's from how they started the year. I mean, and once again, it was like, oh, they were going to Brazil. They were just kind of tired, jet lag, this and that. They played into the season. I get all that stuff. But their first 2 weeks, and they didn't play with a lot of energy. You said that. You go and the first couple of weeks they didn't. Even in Jacksonville, it was a lackluster performance as far as I'm concerned. Looking how Jacksonville got beat yesterday, okay. They got the brakes beat off by them yesterday. So you're asking.
But you look at that Jacksonville Monday night game and you say it looked lackluster. Every category, we had more passing yards, more rush yards, everything. We had one.
But defensively, we didn't do.
Defensively, they did not play as well.
Exactly.
But we had one. We had to me. That Jacksonville game, they blew it. They never should have lost that.
Yeah, it was a game.
Jacksonville's not the Chiefs.
No,
period.
Yeah, it's So I think they've gotten healthy, and I think it's. I mean, for them, it's all about their health. And once again, it's scary because it's kind of how the NFL is, and what the depth pieces that we have now. It's like, oh man, they have a plethora of receivers, but you're just one. Everyone knows Worthy is, if he gets hit right, yesterday scared the shit out of me when they tried to pull him by his arm, and it was a dirty play, but he was immediately on the side and he came back out, and I was like, guys, get him off the field. But I think obviously it's just been the health and guys, on the field, and what it opens up a lot of things, and it has to make you pick your poison how they're going to guard him, and I think their timing and being around. So I think they obviously they look a lot better now. You're going to come up. They're going to have a great test to see where we are and where we finish. And it sucks. I wish the Broncos wouldn't have come back and did that. So the Giants did a zero favors yesterday. But we said 2 weeks after the Jacksonville game, I go they can beat anyone or they can lose to anyone. Last week you're like, so what do you think after that? And I'm like, yeah, I think they're a team that they have a lot of weapons. They have a lot of weapons. If they keep 15 upright, but now, once again, that yesterday was as good as they get, and they did against a Raider team that's exactly how they had to beat them. They said exactly how to beat the Ravens, and that's what you have to do, which is awesome.
They're talking about the Raiders yesterday.
But the Ravens, who were depleted, they smacked them, right. And it's like that's exactly what you want to see. You didn't want to see them beat the Ravens by a field goal, and yesterday they did. It was fun to see them because it was what their front office envisioned when they were all there.
Right.
But all there and, yards here, throwing it here, running. So everyone's involved. That was really fun. It was awesome. They look like they're the best team again. It's going to be great to see. It'll be great to see. This Monday will be a good challenge for them, both offensively and defensively. 100%. But they got to be healthy. It scares the bejesus out of me with the situation we got with our left tackle, and Jalen's doing great. But then now you look and you have a 300 and something pound man with lower back stuff. I listen to two guys I respect today talk about that's never a good sign when you have a 300-pound offense or defense lineman with lower back injuries. Then you lose Norman Lott, who was a guy who was getting more time than Nadi, and they were implementing him more just like they are with Gelati. So it's like you just want them to stay healthy because you can see what they're capable of doing when they have everyone there. And there is nobody in the NFL, and we said this even when they were struggling, there's no one that absolutely scares you. When Buffalo was doing what Buffalo was doing, they still don't have a defense. Right. But Buffalo will score points. Dude. And that stretch, bro, real quick, that stretch you're going to go on after Washington when it is Buffalo, Denver, and Indy. That'll tell you a lot where you're going to, if you're going to play a home game, if you're going to be on the road. And I know I'm not scared to go on the road, but I'd also rather play in the confines of Arrowhead. with the crowd.
Did you see the report today? There was a report that came out that said that because Norman Lott, man, good luck to him and stuff with the surgery
that
and
sucks,
recovery.
man.
He's a good kid. I've met him several times.
Yeah.
Great young man.
And he was just starting to get more confidence, more
was.
confidence in playing. Yeah, it's a shitty thing.
No, I didn't see it. I was there at the game, so I saw when he went down. What did you see? Because someone said it was like a crackback block because they threw a 15-yard penalty. Did that guy hit him in the knee? Do you know if that was that crackback on Omar? Or was it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I want to go back and look at that and see. Quinn, see if you see anything on that Omar. If it was a crackback, because I know that there's a 15-yard.
But no one's talked about that. I haven't heard anyone.
And maybe
I haven't heard anyone
there was
say
a 15-yard penalty thrown.
Not local guys or.
So I was curious if he was just in the middle.
The play that they did say.
He got tangled up.
The play that they did during the game was when Noah Gray took out Crosby. And they had G or
I saw
who that, but he was like, no, that's a play that's not.
Because he was straight on.
And he wasn't pissed. He wasn't pissed, but it was a play that
he did
once
go
again.
down his legs.
Yeah, he did. He did go to play, but it was.
I saw that.
It wasn't his right knee, by the way.
It was his right knee. So I'm just curious on that play if that happened. Anyway, like I said, good luck to Omar. He's a good kid. I've met him.
But if there is, if they're at their absolute, if they're at their absolute best, then with their healthy, they'll be a tough out and they're playing how they're playing. Yeah. Because even if they have all their allotment, but once again, to me, when you're their front office and they have all these weapons that they know they have now, okay? So their confidence level, and when I said they didn't bring in enough people, they tried to bring in a guy, Jalen Royals, who doesn't touch the field other than special teams as a 4th-round pick. So if you were confident in that, there's other guys that they could have got, but they thought, hey, offensively, we didn't know we're going to be with Shee.
Yeah, but you've always said, you can never have too many receivers. You said that.
Right.
You said you've got to fill that room and give 15 as many weapons as you can get. Why would you not go get Jalen Royals?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, Scatbo went in the 4th round. I mean, I think I'd rather have a running back at that.
Hindsight's always 2020.
Yeah.
We're sitting here.
But I'm saying though, you're asking me, and I'm saying their front office obviously felt like, hey, this wide receiver room. You're talking about guys now the kid that started off hot that you were like he's going to be an emergency star in the NFL. He's going to get 4 to 5 touches.
Nobody said Tyquan Thornton was going to be emergency. I said he was going to be a playmaker.
A problem. That's what you said. You're like he's going to be a problem. Yeah, he's going to be a problem.
That room they have right now is that's the most dangerous room 15's ever had.
Oh, yes, hands down.
And I'm not an idiot enough to know, we beat up on the Raiders and we're going to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying that. But I'll tell you right now, what I saw yesterday and what I've seen, with their dudes healthy, I mean, I don't care who it is in the NFL. I don't care if it's the Colts, Broncos, Chargers, Eagles. Bring everybody out. We'll take everybody's smoke right now. Yeah. I'm just telling you. If they stay healthy, they're going to be hard to defend that team if they stay still healthy.
You think this year's wide receiver core is better than that Tyreek Hill, McCole Hardman,
I do.
Sky Moore
because
core?
To me, you have way more playmakers. It's a deeper group.
Sammy Watkins.
Yeah,
was
Sammy
in that
Watkins
room
was a big time.
I think
it's pretty even. I think this is a more of a throw it 3 yards and let the guys make plays. They snap the ball. They do a lot of those underneath, which was underneath stuff. That Watkins would go catch a 45-yard touchdown. Tyreek would go catch a 60-yard touchdown. It's a great question, but as far as Yak,
great question.
As far as Yak's concerned, those were plays that Mahomes was throwing it downfield and they were going to get it. But very comparable. Very comparable. But
that was definitely a higher. There's definitely another time for Travis Kelce's career. He was definitely catching more passes.
No, and he was an absolute dog.
But if you see when everybody gets healthy, everybody looks a little bit quicker. Kelce looks a little bit quicker when you've got these guys.
I don't think he looks quick. I think he looks just so wide open.
Putting Rasheed in that offense will do that.
It did. That time that he was open on the sideline, if you watch it again, I watched it again last night, there was everyone was, and rightfully so, paying to Rice and coming out in his route, that Travis just kind of went, and the linebacker, or there's a safety slip, but a linebacker's eyes were in on, and he just went down and was like, yo, and caught the ball.
And that's exactly what this offense is going to do. You tell me, I don't care what defense it is in the NFL right now. I would love to sit down with 7 defensive coordinators right here and tell me, I'm just curious, how do you line up and defend when 15's in the shotgun and they line up 5 wide? with
I
Kelsey,
think,
with Hollywood, with Rasheed, with Tyquan Thornton, with Xavier Worthy. How do you defend those 5 dudes?
Yeah, I think if it's right now, depending on the healthy offensive line, they're going to have to. The best way to do it is rush 4 guys like the Eagles did last year and drop guys in coverage, because trying to
I'll
go.
tell you what, if I wish we had this unit here offensively in last year's Super Bowl. Because we wouldn't. I don't think we got smacked around like that.
Yeah, so do I. But I think that. So it's going to be it's going to be great. I just want him to stay healthy. I hope Trey gets some good news and he's able to work through that lower back situation, because then you start to get pretty thin. You don't have a lot of. I mean, yesterday, Caliendo went in and did a nice job.
Yep.
He got that early penalty, which sucked because that was a touchdown.
Yep.
And that was something they've been working on all week.
Yeah, but now it's been seen. Now you've shown.
But they said that there's probably 5 or 6 different options out of that one set.
And if you saw that where we were sitting in the third row looking at that thing, you could have drove your car through that hole that was open.
Oh, that was a touchdown. So that's and I think it's any NFL teams, but especially ours, if they can find a way to stay healthy the rest of the way, they'll be the favorites. And once again, it's people who build cities and build, like, people in Vegas, like, they were the same way. But as they've gotten healthier and their odds have gone up immensely to win the AFC, to win and go on to win the Super Bowl. So it's just.
But with that being said, though, bro, what's crazy to me, though, I've never seen in my lifetime, I've never seen a 3-3 or 4-3 team all of a sudden in Vegas, the odds have switched over. Now they're the favorites to win the AFC.
Well, I think once again, because they're healthy. I don't know if they were healthy and they look like shit, then it would be like Mahomes is trash or Reed's trash, but that's not the case. So I think it'll be, yes, go ahead.
This is the first time.
You let it bother you too much, man. You let it get under your skin and
it doesn't bother me.
But it does. It bothers you.
It doesn't bother me. I'm just keeping receipts. I'm keeping receipts for people that talk shit all fucking year. All year long, they want to talk shit. This. Mahomes isn't that good anymore. Mahomes can't do this. Mahomes can't. It's amazing to me what Mahomes does when he's got a line blocking for him and 5 dudes out there. It's amazing how good the offense looks. And these are guys that get paid millions of dollars on NFL Network, ESPN, FanDuel, every other Good Morning America, Good Morning Football. All these guys have their opinions on what was going to happen with this team.
Right.
Now all of a sudden everybody today is like, oh, cheers. You see the Chiefs guys? Their offense looked good. They put up. And now all of a sudden we're Super Bowl favorites. It just blows my mind. It's not about getting under my skin. I just keep receipts. I've got videos on my phone from week 1, week 2, week 3 from the same clowns. And I'm telling you right now, I wish, and nobody listens to us because we're just here in Kansas City, but Cam Newton, that dude is a clown. Cam Newton is a clown show. The shit that guy talks on the Chiefs, get out. He's trying to tell me today Dak Prescott and Cowboys are just so much better than the Chiefs. That's Cam's big thing today was the Cowboys are so much better than the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Cowboys. The Cowboys are good, but
they're good. But Cam today was like basically saying that we'll get to watch when the Cowboys beat us down on Thanksgiving Day. That's what he was telling the guys in the studio today.
Oh well, that's a strong take. He's known for his strong takes. The Cowboys are definitely good.
They're good.
They were. It was.
CeeDee Lamb's
it was
huge.
Yeah. It was pretty impressive what he did and how many yards he threw for with just Pickens. That was impressive to me because they don't have an elite tight end. They don't have a. They have so that part of it, and then them trading away Micah Parsons, who everyone said is their best player. What are they doing? How could they do that? And where they are is pretty impressive. So, and the NFC East is kind of wide open. It really is. Don't you think
at the end though the Eagles will be there at the end. The Rams and Eagles will both have something to say at the end. Rams look good yesterday.
The Bucks are going to have something to say.
Oh, yeah,
Seattle's going to have something to say. Seattle. Darnold's impressive to me. He's in that how do you pronounce his name? I always get it. The wide receiver for Seattle.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Yeah.
JSN.
That's it. He is an absolute dog. That he's so good. There's teams there's teams. I'm not gonna doubt Indy anymore. They're really good.
Oh, dude, Indy's good.
They're really good.
Jonathan Taylor's a beast.
They're really good. And that tight end is Ty Warner is a stud, man. He is a stud. And when you run the ball as good as they run the ball, and you have him underneath,
problem, man.
and then Pittman can take the top off. I mean, Daniel Jones is playing at an MVP level, and you can't deny that.
So
it just
not
keeps
at all,
going.
man.
It keeps going every. So I won't deny that. So
Colts 6-1 right now.
yes,
Is that right, Quinn?
Yeah.
Colts 6-1.
Yeah.
So they're first in the AFC.
Yeah, definitely. They're first in their division for sure.
Yeah.
6. They're top of the AFC at 6-1. I don't think anybody else is 6-1.
No, I think that.
And
I want to play a little. I didn't mean to.
you're good.
I didn't mean to derail us on this, but I want to play a little game, fellas. Now that we're on to different teams, I want to play a game called Fire, Marry, Coordinator.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to name you 3 coaches that are on the hot seat,
Okay.
and I want you to tell me which one you would fire, which one you think you'd marry, which just means like they just might need a better roster on their
Right.
team. They're a
Yes.
good coach, but they need a better roster.
Okay.
And coordinator. You think they would just be a really good offensive coordinator somewhere
Okay.
else, or
No, I like-
a defensive
I like
coordinator
this.
somewhere else?
All right.
So our 3 coaches are Mike McDaniel from the Dolphins, Kevin Stefanski on the Browns, Brian Daboll on the Giants.
Okay, I would say right now you'd have to keep Dable. You'd have to keep Dable. I think that Jackson Dart loves to play for him, and I think he is the last thing and worst thing I would do if I ran that organization was to do what Tennessee did. Fire early because Dart loves to play for him. Let him do. When he was in Kansas City, he did a lot of nice things offensively. I just don't think he's had the right, situation for him. I think Stefanski is be a great coordinator, and I think a run game or pass game corner for Daniels is. I think he got upped pretty big, and he was a sexy pick, and he kind of fit that South Beach vibe, and I loved him. I loved the gold rim glasses on the sidelines.
You're all over his swag.
I loved, but also I loved how much the players loved him, and I love. But I think once again, it's kind of like, and I've never seen a situation worse and over his skis than Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn, it's embarrassing. It's just too much. And I think, once again, he's a great coordinator, but I think giving him a head coaching job, he's way over his skis, and more so than anyone on that list. But I think Aaron Glenn, it's really sad because he doesn't, it was not this week, but the week before when they called the timeout and then came out and didn't know what to do, and you see Garrett Wilson on the sideline, because that's what sucks is when you have guys like Garrett Wilson in their prime who are superstars and Breece Hall who are top 10 running backs, and they have this offense and they don't have a guy. It's sad to me. It's sad.
Aaron Glenn came from Dan Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
You know what Dan Campbell's record was his first year with the Lions? 3-13-1. I don't know. Just saying.
Yes.
I don't know. There's something to first year head coaches
I
probably
think-
Did you
need a
answer the
minute.
questions the way you want? Like who you would marry? Who?
I would
Who
marry.
would you marry? Who would you keep as a coordinator?
So it was Stefanski coordinator. Do you mean so? Then you want to fire McDaniel?
Yeah.
Because you want to do a
Dable.
Dable?
Dable. I would.
Dable.
Dable. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think the vibes are too bad for
So-
Mike McDaniel anywhere.
So what do you say? So you said fire McDaniel, but you'd make Dable what? You'd marry,
coach.
Keep him around.
Oh,
you keep him around. You keep him around because he needs more
So
time.
you'd marry Dable, keep him around
Yeah,
as a
you
coach,
marry Dable.
and then who was the other one? And then
Stefanski, you
My
keep around as
coordinator.
coordinator.
As coordinator?
Yeah, Jude, what about you?
McDaniel. I want to say with McDaniel, man. I would think. I would think I would marry him and maybe just some more talent, more team around him. I don't know. I'm not a Stefanski guy. I think Stefanski, I would let him go and make Dable a coordinator.
Okay. Tell me more about McDaniel. What do you see with Mike?
I still think the guy's a player coach. I still think he has enough head coach. I think he's got enough in him to go and do and make a team, win some more games, do some stuff. I just don't know. I think Miami might have been a little bit too much. I think a little bit too much bright lights, a little bit too much. I don't think he needs all that. Put him somewhere else.
I think that locker room was so tragic. It was so horrible.
It was a lot.
And I don't think he is a guy to pull a locker room
Together. Yeah.
pull a locker room from how far it had fallen.
Right.
He's a guy that if things are going right, he's an easy coach to play for because everyone fucks with him, you know. But I don't think he's that guy, which is unfair to him because I don't think he's had enough experience to let it get to that point.
There you go.
But right now, their locker room is so tragic, and you know, Tua is. I mean, it sucks. It really does. It's a.
You know, and since we've been away for a few weeks too, man, we want to send out to our guy Tyreek, man, which we hope we get, you know, Tyreek on the show. We've talked to Tyreek, but you know, prayers up to him, man. He had a successful surgery. He's in Miami rehabbing. So you know, just say some prayers and wish Tyreek a speedy recovery. But did he announce he's going to retire?
Who?
The Tyreek.
Oh no, he's not retiring. No way.
I just saw from the injury. I kept thinking I saw something. Some fake news thing. I saw on the
that shit's up all the time. No way, he's not retiring. Now, I think he's probably played his last game as a Dolphin for however that shapes up, looks at. But he's not. He will definitely not go out like that. And wherever he lands, if there's anyone that can come back from it, it's Tyreek from his work ethic.
He's a freak of an athlete, and the way that guy works and trains and stuff, I can easily see him see him coming back, being strong enough to come back through that injury.
Yeah.
I just don't know if you're Tyreek's age right now, everything you've done, you know, you've won Super Bowls, you've been a Pro Bowler, you know, you've been top 3 receiver, you know, your last several years in the league, everything you've done, you know, he's gotten paid. I mean, if it's me personally, I don't know if I make that. I mean, I guess
but those guys like Tyreek are different, man. They're different, and it's just their desire to win and desire to play. There's some people, just like, you know, to switch it real quick, but they were talking today about Pujols didn't get the job with Anaheim, but he's going to interview with the Padres. And it's like,
that's crazy.
It's like all that money Pujols has made throughout his career. It's like, you want to do all that travel and shit, but sometimes it's just so. He's not doing it for the paycheck.
Pujols wants to play again?
No, brother. Manage. Skipper.
That's what I'm like.
Yes.
Wait,
but that's what I'm saying. Be a skipper. All the money. It wasn't like he played in the 80s where he's like, hey, I want to come out. He made so much money, and it's not like, I mean, once again, but it's one of those things that it's just in his blood that he wants to be around the game, because it's not like, hey, I'm going to be a special hitting instructor, come to spring training, throw on the uniform, put some wristbands on, and go, you know,
he wants to be a skipper.
Yeah, which is crazy. Which is crazy. Yeah. But no, I think Tyreek will be back and healthy, being you know, I think he'll get back, and I think he'll go somewhere. Obviously, he's going to go somewhere that's a contender, that's close, and he'll have to go play with an incentive-laden deal, which he will. And you know, whether it's with Daniels and for the Commanders or somewhere that has got he'll go and he'll play you know, a couple more, two or three more years.
Let's talk a little bit about the Chiefs and kind of what they've got. Another weapon that they kind of broke out yesterday. And I heard some guys talking earlier on 810 on Seren Petro's show, which Seren Petro's another guy that's going to come on. He's going to come on the podcast and spend an evening with us. So we're excited about having Seren on. But Seren was talking to people, and they were talking about Brashad Smith. And they were like, you know, what do you see? Who would you compare previously or around the NFL or even the Chiefs organization? Who would you compare Brashad Smith to? And there's some people that are like, you know, he needs to get the ball more. He needs to get the ball more. I don't think I'm that guy that's like, he needs to touch it 30 times, because I don't think he's that dude. He's not big enough. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, the way they're using him, his speed in open space, it's just another one of those things where if you line up, you know, 4 wide and you've got him in the backfield, and it's all of a sudden the defense trying to pick up who they're going to get, and that guy that slides out, I mean, dude, that guy's a home run hitter, bro. That guy'll go to the house.
Yeah, they've been giving him more gradually more touches. So, and I think that right now, and once again, it scares me a little bit of if. First of all, when it's just so I'm really hard on him, but also they are. If it's like the Butker's fixed now, he's fixed now. He's fixed, and we don't need to do anything at the deadline in the running back position, because they got their roles. And I heard him kind of break it down today, Coach Reed, and said they need to get Pop going early, so Pop gets his touches early. Short yardage situation, Kareem comes in, and then your change of pace. But that, to me, they could now with Breece Hall's injury yesterday.
Oh, he got hurt yesterday?
Yes, sir.
What did he do?
I don't know. I haven't heard the latest update.
See what Breece
I haven't
Hall's,
heard the latest update. But the running back market is shrinking up a little
Damn, I
bit.
didn't know Brees Hall got
Kamara
hurt.
doesn't want to get traded from New Orleans.
Yeah, I saw that.
So
It's a minor ankle injury.
Okay. Because I talked, we had Coach Martin on the show,
Yeah.
and I talked to Coach Martin last week via text, and we were texting. And kudos, man, hats off to his. Not to change the subject, we'll go right back to it, but not to change the subject. But hats off to what Coach Martin's doing.
Of course,
His team's undefeated down there, Wichita Northwest, and he's got several kids again, and that D1, D2. Going to go play college ball next year.
Yeah.
So, but I talked to Coach Martin. We were texting, and he goes, I sure would love to see Brees and that red and gold up there at Arrowhead. And I said, you and me both, Coach.
That would be incredible.
So, but I didn't know he got hurt
our
yesterday.
nephew, he sent me a thing yesterday from the game. He's like, is this real? And I don't know how these people are, why they even do it when they get on Facebook and like, Brees Hall traded for 2030 second round pick. It's like who the fuck comes up with it? And why there's so many people that click that shit?
Clowns.
I'm like, it's really stupid to me why they do it. But I saw it come across.
You said, like, what do they get out of by posting stupid
It's the
shit like
stupidest shit. And I'll like see things come. I mean, and it's like all of my teams, I'll see stuff with like the Blackhawks come across or the Lakers come across or the Chiefs. I'm like, who reads this shit? And it's like 60,000 likes and 30,000 comments. And I'm like, dude, other than it's just to be like, this is so stupid. But yeah, so I hope they do something to design. But once again, as bad as Miami is right now, Ashane or the other kid might be available. And I would love to see them go get someone that you could still implement this, guys. Because once again, what they did with Liza Mitchell and what they paid him, and you look at guys that got paid this free agency.
Is he just being inactive, or
Yeah, he's just a scratch.
He's just a healthy
Yeah,
scratch.
he's a scratch. But like the guys who got paid nothing, the kid from Carolina, Rocco, he got paid nothing to go, and he's fucking balled out.
Right.
He got paid nothing to go. So I hope they do. I hope they do. But now, and I kind of said this before, they might switch their thought process on the D-line because their D-line now is razor thin.
Right. Well, did you see? I saw something posted today. Did you see something that they're talking about maybe bringing in Khalil Campbell?
Yep, I saw that last
see
week.
that?
I mean, and I think that's kind of low picking fruit because, the Cardinals aren't very good, and he's out there, and he's 38, we're at 38, 39.
Man, don't you
But-
think he'd be a good guy to kind of rotate in and out?
Oh, yeah. Once again, whoever you bring in, the more
on Khalil Campbell.
the merrier of who you can bring in and who you can add because you're going to need to. Jones, and once again, when you go up against a team that you'll have to face again in the Chargers who run the ball a ton,
Right.
the Colts run the ball a ton. When we talked about, the Jacksonville game, and I don't think we've been on since then, or maybe we have, but
No, we haven't. Not since
but
Jacksonville.
that whole play at the end of the game, once again, I like to dork out and I watch the all 22, and Jones played every defensive snap but 3.
Right.
So that man was gassed. And
Yeah.
on the last play, he almost got Lawrence. It was by a shoelace,
Right.
and he got the ball to
Yeah.
the big kid from LSU, Jones. But he was just gassed. And that's why, and Lott was hurt that game,
Yep.
dealing with stuff. And that's why it's like it was refreshing to see Lott get more reps and then rotating more. And now it's like, fuck, it's frightening because I'm like, I don't know who's on their practice squad that can come up and do it, but it might force them to go make a move this week and get someone in because they just can't go about business that way because it's just too thin. And that's just by lack of numbers.
Right.
That's a lack of numbers. So they'll have to get it. I mean, that part of it, they'll have to figure out, and I'm sure they'll move and shake and try to do something. But there's guys out there to be had. And right now, when the league is as open as it is, once again, I'm a guy who I don't care if it's NBA. When they're like, oh, you gave up this for Luka and this and that. I don't care if it's a 2032 first round pick. That does shit for me. Who knows what the league will be. So whatever draft picks you can give up to go get someone that can help us defensively.
Right.
If we have 4 draft picks and you win a Super Bowl next year because you added these guys, I'm like, okay, bring it on. Because, bring it on. But so it'll be interesting. It'll be fun Monday night. It'll be a total football weather next Monday night.
Yeah, man. What is
Yesterday weather was awesome, man. I woke up, I
perfect.
took the girls out. I went and got some coffee and took it on. I was like, oh man, this game would have been so sweet. Everyone kept talking like local, like done at 3:00. What the hell to do?
Yeah, man.
And it's these guys. I was listening to guys like Jesse Newell stuff that said they were in bed by 8:00 last night. So they're like, we didn't know what to do. Like, we were saying
it was good stuff, man. So our boy Alan Caviar, Alan and I were there at the game together, and then we were trying to figure out what to go do, man. And so we went over to one of our guys' spots. Kevin Timmons over at Nick and Jake's went over there and watched the 3:00 games, man. Watched 3:00 games and had a few cocktails, and we got a chance to watch that Colts game, and then watch the who else? Oh, the Broncos. Watch the Broncos. God,
That's
dude,
crazy.
That game. I want to pull something up real quick because I got somebody sent me a pic today that I still just can't believe. I got to take a look at. It was something I pulled up today. Where did they send that to me today? Hold on one sec. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Because he sent me
what was it regarding? What was it?
Because it talked about where Denver was at the end. They were down 26-8 with 6 minutes to go. How in the world did they come back from 26? And then on top of that,
Well, it was a little bit. It was a little bit of clock management, and you could discuss of what to do.
Why were they throwing the ball there?
Well, but it's funny. It's funny once again because Dan Campbell does it, and he's a real aggressive guy, and they love it, and it's like, oh, that's who he is. It's fire. But then you do it, and it doesn't work. You're horrible. You're trash. You're shitty. So because Trent Green said, had they get it, you kneel the game down, they get the ball with 10 seconds left.
Right.
So you understand why you would do it.
Right.
You understand why you would do it. But they should have been a little bit more run mode. But that sucks. And like I said, there's not a fan base.
Scatterbo. They should have been giving the ball more to Scatterbo down there.
The other day, and those guys are. Giants are going somewhere. They're going somewhere, and
Jackson, I'm glad Jackson Dart didn't play against us that week.
They're going somewhere, and it was funny to listen to Travis and Jason on their podcast last week because they're like, those guys got it. They got moxie and their love for one another, and they show that picture. Scatterbo with no shirt on, and Dart's just like. He is just, and it's like, and Travis like, man, it goes, that's so tough.
Yeah,
he goes, that's such a tough picture. And he's like, those guys not only love football, but love each other. And that's what you need to have. And so it's like two guys coming in the league together. It's not, as much because Patrick came in later, but that brotherhood of playing for one another, they got something there.
Yeah.
They got something there.
They said there was an interview they had pulled up something from during the combine, and they were talking to Scatterbo, just kind of talking about, what, not saying like, where do you want to go, but saying like, what type of offense or where do you think you'd fit? And he was like, man, because I think I'd fit in that Chiefs offense.
Oh yeah, everyone talked about it. He would have been great for us right now. To switch it up, let's switch it up to go to college because we don't have a ton of time left. But college, the Sunflower Showdown is big.
Sunflower Showdown Saturday, 11 a.m.
and then a absolute monster game. College game day will be in Nashville, Vanderbilt, Missouri, which will be a big time.
Game day will be in
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah, but Vanderbilt.
Is Vandy ranked?
What?
Is Vanderbilt ranked?
They're 10th in the country.
I don't know where Vandy's at.
Yeah, Vanderbilt.
So Vandy's 10. Okay,
yeah.
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt's
so Vanderbilt's 10. Where's Mizzou?
14, I believe.
They should have got beat last week. I think they should have. I think Auburn. Auburn had two.
This will be It's one of the.
An undefeated Indiana is currently sitting at 2, which is the highest it's ever been in program.
Unbelievable.
Losers are 2, man. Who did they beat big time last week? I remember because
Oregon.
I'm trying, but where
and he just got a $95 million guarantee or $95 million extension to be in Indiana. But he is. I love his style.
Coach got a $95 million extension. Mm-hmm. Holy! Who they say? Didn't they say who's writing the check over there in Indiana? Is that Mark? Is it Mark Cuban? Is Mark Cuban? Is that what I'm thinking of? Somebody says writing a check and donating money to Indiana.
No, so on the Missouri thing,
right?
On the Missouri Vanderbilt
Mark Cuban
and
Kevin Klein.
Yeah, I kept thinking they said Mark Cuban was writing checks over there, but good for them. Shout out to the Hoosiers.
But Theo Vaughn got a date with Pavia's mom. That kid is
Pavia. What's his last name?
What's his last name?
Pavia.
Yeah.
Yeah. The quarterback for
Vanderbilt.
He got a date with his mom?
Yes, Theo Vaughn. Yes, he's got a date.
How did this happen?
It was a bet. It was a bet that was made that she would have to go out with him. So they have a date. But to go on that, the kid, Pavia is such an enigma, and to me, he should be the leader guy in the clubhouse right now for the Heisman. But the shit he talked, not even shit, because I love it. Once again, kid with swag, a kid with like, he talked it and is backing it up. He's talking and backing it up, and so it is. So much fun to watch him on the field, the shit he does. And like I said, it's a monster game.
So where's Mizzou? We're in the rankings.
15. 15.
So Mizzou's 15. Did they drop from where they were? Because I thought they were lower than that. I'm not lower, but I'm saying, weren't they higher than that? I thought Mizzou was higher than 15.
No, they were, and they lost to Alabama. Yeah, they had a chance to beat Alabama.
Yeah,
they had a chance to beat Alabama. Yeah. You know that and they kind of did it to themselves. Yeah. But that the flag that they got for personal conduct was that kind of set them on. But they had a chance to beat Alabama. But this has huge SEC implications, and will put either one of these teams in the driver's seat to go to the playoff with one loss. I mean, it's big.
Yeah, because the rest of our schedule is not as tough. This is the
but so then the thing came up today, and this is once again national media talking and going off of odds, and the third best odds to leave and go and take Billy Napier's seat at Florida is Drinkowitz.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah.
Just think Eli might go to Florida.
I've heard Eli reports going everywhere.
Yeah.
I've heard every team in the SEC wants Eli.
Yeah. And that's very true.
Or every coach needy team in the SEC.
Shout out to Drinkowitz, man.
But it's like, and not me personally, it's not a dig at Missouri, but if you could go to the swamp and bring back what the swamp was Spurrier, and in the swamp, that is.
I've also heard Penn State rumors now that James Franklin is gone.
Yes. I don't know. Do you guys think Drinkowitz? Do you think he leaves Mizzou?
I think if Penn State offers him the job,
I know
it's a hard thing to say no
schools
to.
And stuff, but when I see him and look at him, I really think of a dude that really loves Mizzou, I think
you can love, but that truck that will
paycheck from that Penn State rights.
They got deep pockets down there in Columbia, man.
They do. They do, and to me, and this is where kind of the hard thing is. It is the same thing because, you know, Coach Leipold has been mentioned at a possibility for a Penn State either. Yeah. It's not far-fetched, but once again, it's like, and I'm speaking from a Kansas perspective, it's a beautiful new facility, right, Quinn? It's gorgeous. Next year, it's even going to be dope.
With that $300 million donation.
Kansas. I'm talking about Leipold. But I'm saying you go there, or you go and sit in the middle of College Station, where it's Penn State, and you're like, holy shit. Or you go to the swamp with the history that the swamp has, and you're like, I don't know, man.
Those SEC stadiums are just unlike anything.
No, it is. And South Carolina is probably going to come up. Right. So, I mean, there's, you know, and they were like, there was a question today, you know, once again, I was listening to this college podcast, and they're like, about James Franklin. It's like, he will absolutely be somewhere like next year, and he'll be somewhere really good. A good coach that just ran his time out at Penn State.
He was quoting by saying he can't wait to coach again.
And he'll be somewhere like
Oregon State or something.
Colorado State, they said. Somewhere that he will go, and he's really good.
Probably change those programs too. I mean, he turned Penn State around.
Absolutely.
What time's the MU game this weekend? Because I know KU K-State is at 11. KU's got to go get that one.
I bet it's the night game because it's game day, or maybe 2:30.
It's 2:30 p.m. Eastern.
2:30. Okay,
or not Eastern. I'm sorry, Central.
Central. It's 2:30 Central.
Yeah.
So KU's game should just be getting over when man, what a great Saturday, man.
Yes.
I think Jessica and I are going to head up to Lawrence. I think we got some friends that invited us to come up there. So I think we're going to go to KU K-State game Saturday. Yeah. But then we're going to find a place to watch. It'll
be all. I mean, that's awesome. And you know, I heard once again or saw some things that, like, if you're an MU fan, like, how do you not make that trip up to Nashville? Like, you know, you get on play Nashville.
Cousin Brendan's going. Yeah. Brendan's going with a group of guys.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. Before, it would have been, everyone loved going to Nashville. But before, Vanderbilt sucked, and it was always a place you're like, hey, that's a road trip because Nashville's so dope. You go to Nashville and you get a ticket for $10.
Oh, this is the best Vanderbilt team.
And if you would have said to someone, earlier this year or even last year that that Vanderbilt is going to be the team of Nashville or the Vols, you'd be like, get the fuck out of here, because Vanderbilt's always been a joke.
Yes, right,
and now they are one of the most exciting quarterbacks in the country.
Yeah.
It's a big time. It's a big time matchup.
I'm looking forward to Saturday.
And KU K State, it's huge. Both those games.
KU's got to go get this game. I mean,
Yeah, what are your Sunflower Showdown predictions?
I think Kansas gets them. Kansas has a ton on offense. I don't know if K-State can match up point wise. The Kansas defense has struggled all year, but I see KU getting this one for the first time in 15, 16
and my
years.
thing is, I think that it's kind of a generic take, but it's like the turnover battle. If KU does not turn the ball over,
Right.
KU wins.
Yep.
If they turn over once, K-State will win. So,
Hey,
but what a great day though, K-State KU to start the morning, and then 2:30
Awesome.
the Vandy MU game.
And then Monday night we got Washington coming in. Quinn, can you take a peek real quick? I heard something about Jalen Daniels being hurt yesterday. They were looking at him because they said they weren't sure if he was going to be.
Well, they're playing tonight.
What? Oh, they play tonight? I thought he's hurt. I thought Jalen Daniels is hurt.
No, they're
Who's
playing.
Washington playing tonight?
Tonight, Washington is playing. Sorry, my internet's getting a little slow.
While you're taking a look at that real quick, I got one more thing to take over. I was kind of taking a look at the some big dates coming up, dude. December 7th, Kansas, Missouri basketball at T-Mobile, 2:30 in the afternoon, 7:20 Chiefs Texans. That's going to be a day, December 7th, and then also
a Saturday?
It's a Sunday. It's a Sunday. Mizzou. It's a Saturday, bro. It's a Saturday game with the Texans. Saturday night, Chiefs Texans 7:20, Mizzou Kansas 2:30 at T-Mobile.
There'll be so many drunk
I couldn't
people.
find it because they weren't playing tonight. Tonight's Bucks, Lions, and Texans.
See,
Seahawks.
Washington played last night. They played because I want to say
That was my bad. I was looking for a game that didn't
I
exist.
saw something that said that Jalen was hurt. But listen, man, good stuff tonight, man. A lot of fun doing this. You guys, we have some great shows coming up. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on our YouTube channel. Go to TikTok and go to X, please. Like, follow, and subscribe. And please go to our merch page, man. Go to our merch shop. Check out. We got all kinds of hats,
Lake Show kicking
hoodies,
off tomorrow night.
sweatshirts. And then you guys, in a few weeks, the Honey Badger's coming on. Honey Badger right here on set.
That'll be so dope, man.
Yeah, dude, Lula Southern Cookhouse. We just got him locked in, man. Thanks to our cousin, Manny Ortiz, helped us get that done. So, Honey Badger,
Can't wait.
man, we can't wait to get you on the show. But, man, until next week, man. Love you, brother.
Love you, bro.
See you guys next week. We're out. Guys, we'd like to thank our resident sponsor, Proactive Solutions. They've been with us from day one. They allow us, Love You Bro podcast, to get to do what we do each and every week, and that's bring you a new episode with new guests. So a big shout out to Dean and Natalie Thede at Proactive Solutions. Proactive Solutions has been delivering infrastructure solutions and IT design and consultation services to clients ranging from startups to Fortune 100 companies for more than 27 years. They are proud to be a Kansas City locally owned and a top woman-owned business, offering custom solutions and personalized support. So thank you to Proactive Solutions, Dean and Natalie. If you guys are interested and your company needs some IT solutions, reach out to Proactive Solutions at www.proactivesolutions.com. We have two great resident sponsors that really help us here at Love You Bro Podcast and allow us to do what we get to do week in and week out. Lula's Southern Cookhouse, Bradley and Brittany Gilmore, owners of Lula's. It's at 1617 Main Street. If you have not been down here, please come down on a Sunday and have brunch. Great wait staff, great bartenders. The ownership team with Bradley and Brittany Gilmore are just fantastic people, and they allow us to do what we get to do in this amazing event space at Lula's Southern Cookhouse.